friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 8 of Vlogmas. So today is pretty similar to yesterday in that I have a lot planned for today, so I won't be doing much reading. So I did just want to get up another quick video. Today I'm going to do my weekly TBR just because the Magical Readathon chapter 2 for the winter edition just unlocked today. And then also I'm going to kind of update you on where I'm at with my reading. So as you know, last week I finished Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It was an incredible read. Took me by surprise. It tells the story of Nora, who is a walker who has the opportunity to walk in the woods only when it's the full moon. And when she is in the woods during this particular full moon, she's on the search for a boy who has escaped from camp nearly 2 weeks ago. And she ends up finding him, and what surprises her is that she actually finds him alive. And so it goes into a friendship between them and discovering about how he was found alive and all of that good stuff. It was a really, really good book, and yeah. So that was the only book I actually finished last week. I was planning to finish Sky in the Deep yesterday, and I would show that here, but I left it in the car from yesterday, and I have about 50 pages left. It's so good. Like, definitely in my top 10 for 2019, and it tells the story of a girl who believes her brother was dead, and when she's in this war she ends up like going head to head with him, and she's like confused because he's on the opposing side, so it goes into her being kind of entrapped by his clan and learning that maybe the sides aren't so different after all. I also have been reading Along for the Ride by Readathon. This is my audiobook, so I do plan to finish this week because it took me 1 week to get through the first half, so I'm assuming it'll take me 1 more week to get through the second half. Just makes sense. And I do plan to finish this even though it's not my favorite. It's standing right now at about 3 out of 3 stars. And then I hope that the library gets in my hold for The Summer I Turned Pretty, because this, as we all know, is the sequel. So I do plan to pick up The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then this, and then we'll always have summer. So with all that out of the way, let's find out what my TBR for this week is. And I have the website pulled up right here, so we're just gonna go to Aloha Mora. I hate how yellow the video gets whenever I show my computer. It's weird. Alright, so the first question is, good morning, it's September 1st. Yay, how did you sleep? So warm and cozy at the burrow, bones aching a bit from the old bed, or so peacefully? Got my breakfast ready downstairs at the leaky cauldron. I'm definitely at the burrow. I don't care if I'm a little bit achy. I'm at the burrow, so it looks like we're at King's Cross and Ginny has spilled her belongings, so you go to help. Mrs. Weasley ushers you away. Oh dear, that's quite alright, we've got this. Move along now when there's no queue to the entrance. We are right behind you. After double checking they don't need more hands, you head over to Hermione to go through, or you stay with the Weasleys. You want to stick with Ron. I'm gonna stay with the Weasleys, of course. They took care of me. So because I stayed behind to help, I did get locked out. So when I go through, the crash happens because the seal has been blocked on the 9 3/4 wall. So all I can feel is a sharp pain in my ribs, and all I can see is orange. Ron's hair is on your face. So read a book with an orange cover or the word orange in the title. So let's see. The only orange cover I have, I think, is Illuminae. Does this one count? So this one has orange, and it literally has oranges on the cover, so I'm gonna go with this one. It's called With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Hi, Anthony. You wanna come say hi? Oh, you're gonna creep like that. So I guess all my TBR for this week is With the Fire on High. And then to follow up with yesterday's kind of prompt, I did want to try to pick up one of the books that I said I wanted to finish by the end of 2020. So I'm also going to read Descendant of the Crane. And then the last thing I have to do, I'm also going to show you a clip of my bookshelf because I haven't done that yet, and I'm really proud of the work I did on my bookshelf. But here is, of course, our Harry Potter advent calendar. And who do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a Triwizard contestant, a professor, a villain, or one of the main characters?
Main character.
Okay. He thinks it's going to be a main character, and I kind of agree. I think it's going to be Ron or Hermione. Oh, it's not. It's a Weasley. I saw the orange hair, and I definitely thought it was one of the main characters, aka Ron, but it is actually, I think, one of the twins. So I'm just gonna say Fred. I forget which one has their hair going which way. So I'm just gonna say Fred and assume Fred comes first and then George comes second, but I could be wrong. But yeah. So I'll insert the clip here of my kind of new bookshelf and try to take you through it really quickly. Okay, so we'll start right here, and this shelf is all the books that I haven't read yet that I want to read. And I tried to do them in rainbow order, so that's all you really need to know about these shelves. The ones right here without any type of title on them are my 3 Dark Crowns with the bookish box dust cover on them, so the title is not on the side of the cover. But moving upward, this is my basket where I keep all the books that I've read so far. So I did finish the Marilyn Monroe handbook, which I forgot to mention. And then I also got Winterwood completed, and then I just have my pops in here until I can do my idea to decorate with them. And then up here I just have an Owl Crate box, this really beautiful carousel horse, and then my Fairy Loot box. And then right under it, of course, is all of my books I've received in an Owl Crate or Fairy Loot box that I have not read yet. So there's all those, and just some cute little knicky-knack things. The next shelf down is my Sarah J. Maas shelf. So I've got all the Throne of Glass series, and then the ACOTAR series, and then I just have 2 books that kind of didn't fit anywhere else, so I put them here because they kind of fit. And the next shelf is my Six of Crows / Grishaverse shelf, probably the one I'm most proud of. So I've got Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows here, then my Six of Crows exclusive edition. Then I have the Wiccan Fable box with Kaz Brecker on it, and then the Shadow and Bone series right here, and then Crooked Kingdom, and then King of Scars, and then the Language of Thorns. So this is all the Grishaverse, and then all of these candles are also related to Six of Crows or the Grishaverse in some way, as well as this. This is actually a globe of Ravka and all of that, and then just a random tree. Next are books that I have read, and they were like my favorites of the year, and they are also in rainbow order except for Crown of Feathers, which I kind of wanted to display nicely, but I put a tree and deer in front of it so you can't really even see it. And then I put the Eiffel Tower there because Gilded Wolves takes place in Paris, and then a little candle to go with A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and then a crown, which should be by the Cruel Prince, but it got shifted over. And then down here is just kind of books that I still need to read and didn't really organize, but it's the bottom shelf and you can't really see it, so I'm not too worried. Then down here is all my manga and graphic novels, and then again more books that I have read and enjoyed, but I put them like white to black, and then there's some random blue in there. And then my V.E. Schwab shelf. And then up here is another, goes along with the Grishaverse, little sign, candle, and then back in the basket back there is my bookmarks and book sleeves. And that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will check in with you in my next video. Bye, friends!